Hey everybody, and welcome back to Psychology Geek. In today's video, we are talking about 10 signs you're an INFJ, the world's rarest personality type. Before we go straight into the video, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Only 2% of the 7.9 billion people around the globe have this personality. INFJ stands for introversion, intuition, feeling, and judgment. Let's see with these 10 signs if you are one of them. Number 1. Another vibe. INFJ is a personality that only 2% of everybody you meet has. It's easy to feel like an outsider among the rest. One of the main reasons is that their dominant function is intuition. They subconsciously notice many unknown patterns in everything. Those patterns are there because most people live on autopilot while doing daily chores. However, patterns have a secondary function, having emotions that draw them together as a community, natural human behavior. For those that have intuition as a primary function, they don't understand being governed by feelings. Instead, they can look differently at all those little details picked up automatically by them, elements in the background of society while being on autopilot. Therefore, it's hard to get used to that easy-to-read social behavior that repeats itself by day. That subconscious pattern picked up by intuition can be perceived as a psychic ability, one that is tough to disclose for an INFJ since they don't know how or why it happens. It just does. Also, if you are an INFJ or are friends with one, we are sure you have already heard these words before. See, I know I was right. Number 2. Always in the future. There isn't a decision that is easier to make for an INFJ than getting away when they see no future. Whenever their job or a relationship has no future, this type of personality immediately pushes the bye-bye button. A present without purpose is not enough for them, as they always focus on their future goals. If something looks like it's not going anywhere, then that's all the reason they need to cut ties with it completely. They see 100% into the future because they negatively perceive the past. Being an introvert means being 2% different from the rest. As an adult is one thing, another completely different is being it as a kid. Most of them have been bullied in the past. They don't like to remember those hard old days. That's part of why they will always live moving forward into the future, to progress and escape those darkest days. For INFJs, moving forward with their goal is one of the most productive and fulfilling personal experiences. Number 3. Always finding the ones in need of help. It's almost comical to them how often they find people who need help. As they have a lens for a world full of intuition, they can pick up people's bad intentions in a second. They are often in relationships or acquaintances that are broken from the start. When they look back, people that hide second intentions see a helping hand, which drains an INFJ's energy. Gravitating constantly towards people who need help is something they are used to. So much so that with time and discerning what a good relationship looks like, they can learn that there is no need to fix anybody. It's how they can get away from those toxic relationships. Toxic relationships are common in their lives. Something about their vibe attracts broken people who love their help since they have this virtue of compassion. And they can always help others with relative ease since their intuition knows exactly what to do when somebody near them is in trouble. They also love to help, but they have to set boundaries since others can also use this unique ability, and that's not the point of any healthy relationship. Number 4. Productive loners. Since they are very picky with relationships and can see through anybody's patterns in just a glimpse, they don't feel very attracted to form superficial relationships, less if it is for a project. They know themselves well since they have maxed introverts and have developed sufficient time to reflect on their thoughts and feelings. Being on team projects with a lot of people stresses them. They can even do better if they only leave them at their own pace. This tends to be the case in many school projects. If you as a student in school didn't like to do team projects because you feel that you can do it better and faster alone, then you probably are an INFJ yourself. That's one of the most prominent characteristics. They don't have any issues getting along with others. They have so many emphatic personalities that many people seek them, but others interfere with getting the job done in a project. They also can be intellectual and analytical, getting puzzles right in every research. So you can always see them in careers that involve science, research, or technology. Number 5, the proper focus. They emphasize so well with other people that they can love and heal everyone around them. If your friends feel comfortable in your words, company, and energy, you are part of the INFJ club. A very prominent nature can stand up for other people on their behalf. Don't worry if bullies bother you when you have this energy near you. And if you are a hero for the ones constantly being picked on, then thanks to this video, you can get a clearer sense of where that energy comes from. With INFJ, they have a big passion for helping. If they don't have a career where their main job is to do that, they will find more time to donate or do this as a hobby. Kindness and helping help them equilibrate. They find a well-balanced feeling when serving others. If there is a reunion with friends, you will always find them as the host or that much-needed helping hand, always getting things done in the background of any social gathering. Number 6, perfection or nothing. Pure perfectionists looking for things done right, it's not enough. They have to meet those high standards and always have that added value near geniuses. That perfection may lead them to procrastination, and just getting by with an excellent grade to pass the class is not what fulfills them. If you feel like a job well done wasn't done until you can add more of your time and effort until you give that 100%, you may be an INFJ. Also, what tends to happen is that they procrastinate since 100% of their focus is wholly absorbed in the job at hand. When a mere 2% of attention gets away, then it can drag the rest 98% in seconds, since or they have that 100% full force or it's nothing. At the same time, it's hard for them to be criticised because of their sensitive side. It impacts them even way more than the positive feedback they could get. Number 7. Warmth and fuzzy. For most people who engage with them, INFJ is the most charming person they can encounter. Have you ever talked with someone you don't know and suddenly they start to share secrets or disclose personal information as if you were a friend? Maybe for that INFJ personality, since for that stranger, you are almost a reflection of themselves with that unique vibe you got. People are often open books in front of such an emphasized personality. It comes naturally with an aura that immediately makes everybody else trust you. Since you only give peace, you can naturally make them feel comfortable. There is no training or practice for that kind of charm, so it's a mere fact of either you have it or you don't. That's how special it is, and can take you far if you apply it to your career. You have to take those listening skills to a personal relationship, and you are all set for a fantastic job. Number 8. I get you. Since many people are open to telling them all their secrets and most undercover feelings, it's so evident sometimes that if you are an INFJ, you will recognize the following words. I never told this to anyone, but, and then it again tells you that secret. That's something friendly and responsible, since people open their hearts to you, and what you say can affect them positively or negatively. Thankfully, besides openness, INFJ knows precisely what to say and can listen to others very well, so those secret words could not have a better recipient. A recipient then understands all those complex emotions and naturally feels like a mirror of all your thoughts in just a second. It's a unique and handy ability to heal other people and make them feel at home with your presence. Number 9. An emotional radar. Nobody can get away from an INFJ's emotional radar. They will read you like an open book. When they feel your emotions, they already know what's happening before you tell them. They never have to ask, "How are you?" since they already know the answer. If someone around them gets sad, they will often feel a slight change in the air. An INFJ can tell when something is in the air. It just ain't right. And that connection they have, that immense power to see you like an open book. All that intuitive ability. It's impossible to hide something. Many kids that have a mother like that already have given up on hiding. Suppose you ever feel somebody else's emotions and know exactly what they are feeling without even a second guess. In that case, you have a considerable intuition to emphasize hearts, and maybe you are a fantastic INFJ. Number 10. Deep emotional connection. It is easy for you to get to the hearts of people. When somebody is older than you, they have always told you, "You are like a son," or "I tell you this as if you were my son," are heavily emotional words that just an INFJ produces in other people's hearts. And it comes naturally to them. If you have ever been told something repeatedly throughout your life, something like that, you are probably in the club. Emotional deep intimacy is the type of relationship, intuition, and a deep understanding of what someone else's emotions can get you. It's a potential tool, virtue, and also a responsibility. If someone in a short period completely opens up to you, you may have an essential job on this earth, opening people's hearts in the best way possible. What do you think? Do some of these signs resonate with you? Do you know more? Tell us in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe for more videos like these.